How are you going? I'd like to organise a consultation with a doctor, please, regarding
Have you been here before?
vaccinations. No, I have not.
First time, yeah. Okay, would you mind just filling this form for me, please? Do
Yeah.
you have a Medicare card or
Yes,
a
do you
healthcare
need-
card?
do you need
May I
that now?
please have that? Yes,
Yes.
thanks.
Morning, sir.
How are you going, doctor?
I'm very well, thanks. Chief, how can I help you today?
Well, I noticed there was a lot of posters promoting vaccines in the foyer, and
Yep.
I've got some questions regarding the
Yeah.
safety of them. It's really concerning, starting off with some of the ingredients that are in these vaccines. You know, you got aborted fetal cells, mercury and aluminium, and a lot of that's toxic filth that's being injected. It really worries me, doctor.
What sort of vaccine are you talking about?
Well, look, there's so many that are causing a lot of catastrophes. You got the DTaP injection. People I know that have had that for whooping cough. They can't even evacuate their own bowels anymore. What can you tell me about that?
I mean, especially for whooping cough and pertussis, and it's a dead virus, and we give the vaccine. The vaccine itself is dead. The chemicals in it just to keep the vaccine strong enough to stimulate your immune system to form antibody. And we never heard about any toxicity from any substance in the whooping cough at all.
So I brought in some information. See, back in 1983, there was only 83. There was only 10 vaccines required.
Yeah.
And now in 2019, there's over 74 required, and the rates of autism have skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So the vaccines, they aren't helping. They're making things a lot worse.
There's no any study that can correlate between the vaccine and the autism, because autism is a genetic disorder run in the family and affecting the central nervous system, and has nothing to do. You born with autism, but all this vaccine comes in life. So after we develop the autism, so there is no correlation between the vaccine and the autism.
Well, they say the measles, mumps, rubella is the main vaccine responsible for healthy children developing autistic-like characteristics after injection. And where there is risk, there must be a choice. You can't promise that vaccines are 100% safe. There's the vaccine manufacturer's insert lists a lot of side effects, and some of them can be fatal, can't they, doctor?
Yeah, by all means, and especially the live vaccine, like a check-in box. Yeah, and that's why we put it to you or to anyone else, and choices that it's up to you to decide to take the vaccine or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So basically, we say we recommend all this kind of type of vaccine. Hello. Yep.
Yeah, and since the flu vaccine started in 2013, there has been a 2,000% increase in flu outbreaks.
I see. Yeah.
I mean, that's very alarming, isn't it, doctor?
It is, absolutely. That's why once again I can put it to every individual to decide. I personally take it because I work with sick people, as you know. Everyone carry the virus. So I decided to choose and to take the vaccine and take the risk.
I appreciate your honesty stating that there is a risk. I haven't had a flu vaccine in 10 years, and I haven't never had the flu in the last 10 years.
That's great, and that's your mental decisions, and decided after the study, and
And you agree you can strengthen the immune system with diet and exercise and good nutrition?
Absolutely, and relax and no stress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely right. What about you got SIDS and cot death?
Yeah.
People are linking that to vaccines.
Yeah, but there is no scientific study to link. It's opinion, and if you look on the computer, people can get more information from not accurate sources. There is no study to correlate between the sudden deaths or cold deaths and the vaccination. Yeah.
There needs to be more independent studies, doesn't there, Doctor?
You know, they do that, and I think in Deakin and Monash Uni research and review all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those universities, they get government grants, so a lot of it's compromised. You know, it's a big concern.
It is concern. Yeah.
Newborn babies, they're given the hepatitis B vaccine,
Yeah.
and often without the parents' consent. Why would a baby with a very low risk of sexually transmitted infection be given an intravenous drug used to treat Hep B?
Yeah, because they usually at risk if they go to dentist early, or they have to go to the hospital, any hospital in a rural area, that they at risk of having contaminated needles, so they give them the antibodies. Yeah.
Right. Well, look, I appreciate your time. I think that pretty much sums it up. So you do agree that there is a risk when it comes to vaccines, and people should always
Absolutely.
have a choice.
There's nothing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have. No one can force you to have what you don't want. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when it comes to mandatory vaccinations and denying people's welfare payments and denying,
I have nothing to do with that. Yes.
No.
Oh, no,
and when they're denying childcare from parents unless they get their children vaccinated,
that's a government policy.
that's a government policy. And in your opinion, you say that's not ethical to go about it that way.
I mean, no. I actually in the opposite, and I think the government, when they emphasize about that, and they protect the healthy and unhealthy children. Yeah.
And a lot of herd immunity, that's a myth as well. People say that their vaccine doesn't work unless everybody gets vaccinated. Now, if vaccines were so safe and effective, that wouldn't be the case, would it?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, look, I'm just one last thing about the posters that you got with advertising vaccines. That violates the TGA guidelines, having posters up.
You can complain to the manager. You can ask the reception. I can and pass this information to them here. And I'm working here, so I have nothing to say about what they put, what they don't put here.
Okay. Well, look, thank you very much,
Thanks.
Doctor.
Yeah.
I appreciate your
All the
honesty.
best. Thanks.